After 3 games of the new Premier League season, Liverpool are already top with points in hand. We have 2 points over Chelsea, who have drawn 1 of their 3 games. We have 3 points over Arsenal after beating them at home at Anfield. Man City is all the way down in 13th place with 2 losses in their first 3 games. And as the BBC says here, Liverpool's record-breaking summer has surely made title a formality. Has it? Is the title really ours to lose already? I'm Lawrence on Liverpool, a brand new Liverpool fan channel. Very quickly, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Help me get there. So under this picture of Arne Slot with his 2 thumbs up, Liverpool have spent more than 400 million on new signings this summer. Of course, the net spend is much lower than that, thankfully, because we sold a whole bunch of players too. Arne Slot's first season as head coach proceeded with Liverpool virtually unchallenged from Christmas onwards. That was remarkable, wasn't it? But instead of just continuing with mostly the same squad like we did when we won the Premier League last time under Klopp and then finding it much tougher the next season, Liverpool have decided to splash their cash. And they would have beaten Chelsea's 400 million previous record in 2023 by 35 million if we had got Guehi. We haven't, and that's my biggest regret from this transfer window. However, it's still been an amazing one. We brought in Isak for 125 million. We've got Ekitike for 69 million. Frimpong, Kirkes, Wirtz, Leone's come in. And 2 of those, Isak and Wirtz, are our 2 most expensive signings ever in the same transfer window. That is a big statement to make, right? Of course, it's reflective of how much more money there is in the Premier League these days than any season before. And that just keeps growing and growing and growing. So we would expect to see all sorts of transfer records being broken each year over the next 5 years from all different types of clubs that are considered elite. Liverpool are definitely elite, and they've broken theirs twice this summer. The BBC do point out how other clubs have also strengthened, however. Arsenal have brought in a striker. My goodness, eventually, finally, Gyökeres from Sporting in Portugal, he's come in. And Zubimendi, who we tried to get last season, failed when he did a U-turn, ended up ushering Gravenberch in and realising what an excellent number 6 he is. So actually, we didn't miss out too much. Now Arsenal have Zubimendi. He wasn't able to make the difference in the match against Liverpool. Maybe we got a better deal with keeping Gravenberch and trying him out as a number 6, saving a ton of money as well. And along with Gyökeres, Arsenal have also snapped up Eze. City have brought in a lot of players over the last year or so. They had Marmoush before. They've got Shirky now. Donnarumma, a new goalkeeper. Ait Nouri from Wolves. They've brought in a lot of players as well. But they still lost 2 out of their first 3 games. Now, we know in the past they can go on massive long runs of just winning every single week. But something's different. Something's broken at Man City. Is it that Pep's ideas are no longer innovative and at the forefront of football? Is it that he's falling behind a little bit strategically? Is it that, and they've tried to correct this with the new players being brought in, but they need fresh legs and fresh minds, and motivation has disappeared from the squad as a whole. When you keep winning and winning and winning, the hunger drops. Chelsea keeps strengthening. They've actually got an excellent squad. And even though they get rid of someone like Noni Madueke to Arsenal, they brought in João Pedro from Brighton, who has been brilliant so far. He's in my FPL team, so I'm happy about that. The rest I'm not so happy about. But are they really going to challenge for the title? Who knows? Maybe. But top 4 is probably more realistic for them. And Newcastle, well, they've been depleted. They've absolutely been depleted, haven't they? Losing Isak is a major loss for them. Whilst they brought in Wissa, which I highly rate, and Voltemade, who I don't know much about actually, so we'll see what he's like in the first few games he plays, it's not going to replace Isak. So do we have the best squad in the league? Yes. Yes, we absolutely do. Across our attacking band, we have, apart from Mo Salah, who is Mo Salah, he locks down that right wing, every other player in our attacking group can play multiple positions. Now, within game, that means they can interchange and move around. That becomes less predictable as an attacking force. But also in terms of, let's say, a player gets an injury, let's say they drop a bit of form, you can put in, they're plug and play players really. They can play multiple positions. We know Isak is obviously an excellent centre forward number 9, but he can also play attacking midfield. He can also be out on the left. Wirtz has played out on the left a lot in Germany, and he's taken this number 10 spot so far in Slot's eyes. Ekitike has proven he can score goals in a number 9 position, but we know he's played left and he's played attacking midfield, and he loves to drift around the pitch. Gakpo, he's been nailing down the left-hand spot, but he's also played centre forward before. He's versatile and flexible, although probably not as potent as he is when he's playing from that left. He loves cutting in and hitting it with his right foot. But overall, a lot of choices strategically and tactically for Slot to play with there and cover for injuries. Our midfield is unchanged, apart from Wirtz taking a spot as a number 10. But we have Szoboszlai, who's been an absolute beast so far this season. McAllister still getting into the groove. Gravenberg, number 6, best number 6 in the league, in my opinion. And our defence, we've had a bit of a shuffle there, haven't we? We've had a bit of a change-up. Kerkez and Frimpong coming in for these left and right fullback spots meant that there was a little bit of teething issues in pre-season and in the first game of the season. Newcastle, they were much better. Arsenal, they were very, very good. Of course, it was Szoboszlai playing instead of Frimpong or Bradley on the right. But still, as a defensive unit, it seems like the communication's back, the structure's back, the understanding of how to defend. So that was a great sign to see. But listen, I am a very cautious person. I would not say we are a shoo-in for the title. We would need to get to Christmas and have a healthy lead at the top of the Premier League for me to even start saying I think we're going to win. Right now, it's way too early, and anything can happen. And when you bring in a lot of new players, there's a lot of uncertainty. What if Isak doesn't get along with his teammates? What if Isak gets injured? We know I wouldn't quite say he's made of glass, but he picks up a lot of injuries, right? What if he gets an injury? Mo Salah is going off to the African Cup of Nations, so we're going to lose him on the right-hand side. Who plays right-hand side then? Is it one of Isak, Ekitike, Gakpo that goes out there? Can Engamoa play from the right-hand side? Is it Frimpong moving up as a right winger while Bradley locks down that right fullback position? There's a lot of unknowns that will happen throughout the season. All sorts of surprise injuries and surprise loss of forms can happen as well. What if we lose Van Dijk or Konate? We didn't bring in Guehi now, so we're going to be relying on Gomez. What if Gomez is injured? He's injured half the time. So too many uncertainties for me to ever be confident about winning the league just 3 games into the season. Let me know if you're a lot more positive and optimistic than me. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Once again, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. If you're still watching, give me a subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And we'll speak to you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.